Today we're glad to be chatting with one of the stars of Awkward, Jillian Rose Reed. How's it going?
It's going great. How are you?
Very good. Glad to be chatting with you.
You as well.
You have to tell us, for fans not familiar with the show, can you tell us a little bit about Awkward, what goes down?
So it's a high school-based comedy. It centers around Jenna Hamilton and those awkward moments that you get into in high school that really define you as a person. Jenna Hamilton's kind of the wallflower. She, like a lot of girls, feels insecure and a little bit unstable with where her life's at. So the story kind of follows the roller coaster that is her life.
And you have to tell us a little bit about the lingo on the show. Who created that?
All of the funny lingo comes from the mind of our creator and our head writer. Her name's Lauren Unerick. And all of those funny things that I say, she comes up with them all. And they're all in her head. And sometimes she'll say these things in normal conversation. And we're all like, what are you saying? What does that mean? But they're all her funny words.
Well, that's a reason for people to check out the show, too, because you got to see what it's all about, you know?
Oh, definitely. There's like this whole basically dictionary of the words that we use, because sometimes people don't know what they mean, so they have to look them up and find out.
Right, and then tell us, do you have a favorite episode that you filmed?
My favorite episode was episode 8. We were in a party situation where Jenna's character had a party at her house, and there was a little bit of friendship drama for my character, Tamara, with, her best friend, and, it involved a guy, and there was some hurt feelings, and we got to have like this great emotional scene at the end. So that was the most fun for me, because we got to have like the fun part of the episode and the emotional part of the episode. So it was really great to mix those two together and work on it.
And the number one question we get that people want to know is, have you had an awkward experience in high school or real life, something awkward?
I definitely have had a lot of awkward moments. The one that comes to mind when everybody asks this question is, I was at a class once and I asked a friend to pick me up, and she told me that she was parked outside by the fountain, and the fountain was on a corner, so you could be on like either corner. And so I went to the front and I got into her car, and without even, looking at her, I was just like, you didn't even clean off your front seat for me, like just giving her a hard time, and like pushed her stuff kind of like on the floor of the car. And then I got inside and I looked over at her, and it wasn't her. I had gotten into the wrong car, and it was like this girl, she was eating a Subway sandwich, and she just looked at me, and neither of us knew what to say, and so I just like ran out of the car and ran to my actual friend's car, and I docked until we were like a mile away. It was humiliating.
Wow. Yeah, that's an awkward story to tell. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, it was weird because we didn't even know what to say, so I just walked away.
Wow. And then you have to tell us on set, how do you like working with the cast? Is there ever an awkward moment, or should I say a not so awkward moment on set?
We don't really have too many awkward moments. The cast gets along great. I think we're all really lucky because we're such a close family, and even now we've been, we haven't been filming in a while, and we still hang out and we still talk to each other. As far as awkward moments go, I think the biggest thing is for the whole season, I thought that we were a pretty calm cast. Like, there was no really on-set pranking or anything. But I was always having this problem with my door to my trailer getting stuck. And so I'd have to call one of the boys. I'd have to call Brett or Bo and ask them to come open it from the outside because it was always stuck. So then I found out way after season wrap that they were actually locking me in my trailer from the outside. They would like do this thing where I guess they shut something on the outside, and I couldn't get out, and I would just be stuck in there not knowing what to do. And they had it all figured out, and they would just sit there on the phone with me and be like, yeah, I don't know what's wrong, I'll come and get you out. And it was them every time. They locked me in, and everybody on set knew about it except for me.
Wow. You're the only person that happened to?
Oh yeah, I'm the only one that they wanted to pick on.
You should feel honored then. You're the lucky one that got chosen, right?
I guess, but I keep telling them that next season I'm going to get them back. I don't know how yet, but I'm going to get them back.
Yeah, start planning from now. Something good's got to take place.
I will, because they're smart guys, and I have to trick them.
Yep. And then, who would you like to see guest star on the show? Anyone in particular?
Ooh, let's see. I have so many actors that I love. So I'm a huge fan of Gossip Girl, and I love Penn Badgley. I think he's so cute. So, throw him in there. Maybe he can play Tamara's love interest or something like that. That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be nice. We'd like to see that happen.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people would, especially me.
Yeah, right. And do you get recognized a lot more often when you go out and about?
I do. It's kind of crazy. It's awesome. Every time I always get a little bit, I feel like I'm more nervous than the person who comes up to me. But I love it. It's super exciting, and I love to be able to talk to people and, talk about the show because they always have questions. And it's an awesome, surreal experience for me.
Right, absolutely. And then I also noticed that you guys have some new clothing out for Awkward. That's actually pretty neat. Can you tell us about that?
We do. It's so awesome. So Delia has put out a t-shirt line. They're really awesome. I actually have some, loose fitted, kind of off the shoulder type t-shirts. And there's one that says Awkward. There's one that says DTR, and one that says I Heart Maddie, which I think is my favorite one. I think that one's awesome. So they're really, fans are loving them. They're talking about them, and they're wearing them, and they send us pictures, and it's awesome. So I'm really excited about that.
I love that. And then the season of Awkward just ended, and then it came out on DVD, which is exciting.
Yes.
Can you tell us, what can we expect the new season to air?
The new season will air sometime next year. I don't have an official date for you, but I know that, they've started production and everyone's getting super excited and super busy, so it's going to be a really good second season.
Oh, great, great. Looking forward to it. I noticed there's a lot of fans online for Awkward, which is really good.
There's a ton. I just feel like overnight, every single day I wake up and there's more fans there. So it's awesome. But as speaking for the whole cast, it's just so exciting for us that people love the show as much as we love the show.
Oh, yeah, glad to see. And then you've also worked on shows like Weeds and Pair of Kings and Zoe 101. How'd you like working on those?
They were awesome. Every set is a new experience, and getting to meet new people and work with new actors is always so great. So I've been very lucky to guest star on some really, really great shows, and I've had very good experiences with all of them.
Absolutely. And then what's a dream role that you'd like to see yourself act on, like a TV show or a movie?
I definitely want to do some kind of sci-fi movie. I did a short film where I played a vampire. It was it was a while ago. It was a very short film. But I'd love to explore something like that where I get to play some kind of supernatural character and, some kind of like a darker movie. That just seems so fun. I just love all the effects and the makeup and everything that you get to be a part of when you're in a movie like that. So I think that's something that I want to do.
Absolutely. Are you a Twilight fan?
I am a Twilight fan. I read all the books and I've seen all the movies.
And Team Jacob or Team Edward, we're going to ask you.
Edward, all the way.
Edward.
He's just so cute. I mean, how can you not be Edward?
Exactly. And then you're also working on a new movie, My Super Psycho Sweet 16 Part 3, which is exciting. Tell us a little bit about that.
I am. So My Super Psycho Sweet 16 Part 3 is the end of the trilogy. And for fans of the My Super Psycho movies, it basically will sum up the entire story. And it's still following Sky Rotter, who's the main character, as she goes off to college. And she takes a little road trip with me. I'm her new friend. I play Sienna. And I talk her into going to visit her sister, who she hasn't talked to in 2 years. And that is where all the drama unfolds. And it was a really great experience for me. It was my first horror film I got to work on. And just being a part of something completely different was awesome. And we filmed in Atlanta, so I got to go on location, and it was a fun cast and a really fun movie to work on. I'm so excited for fans to see it.
That is exciting. I can't wait as well. You have to tell us, when is that going to air?
It's supposed to air early next year.
Looking forward to that. And now we're actually going to talk about your Twitter, which is at Jillian Rose Reed. Tell us how you like using Twitter.
Oh, I'm obsessed with Twitter. I tweet all day long. Like, my mom's always like, what are you doing on your phone? I'm like, I'm just on Twitter. It's kind of an obsession.
We always discuss with our interviewees, we say, what was life like before Twitter? We don't even remember, you know?
I know, I don't remember. I remember when it first came about, and I was always like, what's this Twitter thing? Like, I'm so not interested. I don't want to do it. I don't need to do it. And then one of my friends was like, you have to try it. Like, you'll get addicted. And I was like, all right. So I made one. And I think one of my first tweets was like about seeing a movie or something. And I was like, this is kind of pointless. And then from then on, it went from there. My love grew for Twitter.
And do you have a favorite tweet that someone's tweeted you or that you tweeted?
I actually have a few favorites. A bunch of fans they'll send us fan art, and there was one picture that a fan drew that was kind of like little sketches of all of our characters, and I just thought it was the cutest thing. I think I even favorited it on Facebook. And so, like, little things like that, I love that kind of stuff.
That's so neat, and congratulations on 20,000 followers, by the way.
Thank you. It like just happened over Thanksgiving weekend. It was a nice little surprise.
That's exciting though, because when you first opened Twitter, like you said, you had like 0, and to know you're at 20,000 now, it's like, wow, how did that happen, right?
Yeah, I remember one of my really good friends, we were having a race to get to 100. And it was like, who's going to get to 100 followers first? And now I'm at 20,000, and it's just unreal. I can't even believe it.
It's so neat. Yeah, definitely. And now you have to actually tell us, what's your favorite fast food restaurant?
I like McDonald's, honestly. And everyone's always like, what? Like, because there's the choice of In-N-Out and everything like that. But I'm a McChicken girl.
Mm-hmm. How about, do you like the McRib?
I actually have not had the McRib.
You're
because
kidding.
every time I go to McDonald's, I get the McChicken because it's so good.
Exactly. Well, you'll have to try it because it's delicious.
Okay, I'll try it, definitely.
But it's kind of upsetting, though, that it only happens like once a year because you're going to want it all year.
Exactly. I always wondered why they do that, but I guess it's just 'cause it's so good.
Yeah, I guess so. And tell us, in California, actually, they just opened Chick-fil-A. Are you a fan of Chick-fil-A?
I am a fan of Chick-fil-A. I actually hadn't had it here in LA. When I went down to Georgia to film my Super Psycho, they have them all over the place. It's not a new thing, so they had it delivered to set a couple of times, and I tried it, and it was pretty delicious. Those little nuggets are really good.
They are delicious. They're good.
I'm going to have to make a trip here in LA, I think.
Yeah, we heard it's actually like jam-packed with people like all the time. The lines are out the door.
Oh, the day that it opened, the line was all the way down the street. There was traffic on that corner because it was so crazy busy. I drove by it and was like, no way, I have to wait till it calms down.
Wow.
And they had like the cow out there that, dances around.
That's neat, that's neat. And you have to tell us also, when you're not acting, what do you like to do in your spare time?
I love hanging out with my friends. My best friend actually turned me into like a beach girl. I was never a beach girl until this summer, but we love to go down there and we'll like pack a little picnic and we'll ride bikes, and I love to do that. My mom and I are big scrapbookers, so we do that a lot. We actually have in my house back in my hometown, there's like a scrapbooking room that we have all of our stuff in, so I like doing creative things like that.
Oh, well, that's nice. It's cool. And tell us, since Black Friday just happened, are you a fan of shopping?
Oh, of course I'm a fan of shopping. My mom and I actually went out on Black Friday, and it was crazy. But I'm not only a fan of shopping, but I'm a fan of gift giving. Oh. So I definitely spent this weekend getting all my gifts together for my friends and all that kind of stuff. So it was crazy, but it was fun.
Very nice. Yeah, who doesn't love shopping? You're right.
So I'm a girl.
Love it, love it. And is there anything else you want to tell your fans?
I just want to say thank you to my fans. Honestly, they're the best supporters, and they always make me laugh and make me happy every morning when I go on Twitter and read all their tweets to me. So honestly, the best thing I can say to them is thank you.
Sounds great. We're looking for the new season of Awkward to start and My Super Psycho Sweet 16 Part 3.
Awesome. Thank you.